Pilates with April Moon, and today I have for you a video which will work your whole body from head to toe, giving you a really good stretch. We're going to start standing, and I'm also going to explain to you how to find your neutral pelvis, which I know is like a really big issue for a lot of you. So we're going to start with the feet together and the heels out and the toes forwards. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can actually see what I mean by a neutral pelvis. So from here, if we tuck our pelvis, and I call this the Mr. Bean stance, we're going to really round through the spine. There's no natural curves, our legs are going forwards and our glutes are very much engaged. So from here, if you stand like this, and this is how most people stand because it's really comfortable, pop your fingertips underneath your hip bones and push back. And now you'll find that you'll have no choice but to actually lengthen through your spine, your legs become relaxed, and your glutes and your pelvis is where it's meant to be. So let's start off by doing a few of those. So we're going to round under and then untuck. And this is also very good if you sit at a desk all day, or you drive a lot with your work, or you sit down on the sofa a lot. What can happen is you can actually really affect your lower back by tucking under too much, which causes really bad posture. So by just doing a few of these, you actually really help stretch out that lumbar spine. So don't forget, this is coming all from the hips, it's not coming from the knees. Okay, we're really untucking. We'll just do one more, really squeeze round, and then uncurl. Fabulous. So now, if we start from the very top, we're going to put the feet together, we're going to put the heels out and the toes forwards. Make sure your toes are pointing forwards and not turning out to the side slightly, and then we're going to tuck that pelvis and then untuck, and now hopefully we should have a nice neutral pelvis, a nice long spine. Our shoulders are down and relaxed. We're going to start with a deep breath in and breathe out, very gently lean over to the side. So make sure you're not collapsing forwards, you're actually at a nice stretch in the sides. Squeeze all the way up, breathing out, let's go to the other side. And down. Good, and come back up. And out to the other side. And up, good. So take your time, don't rush. Really breathe in on the way up, and then breathe out on the way down. Just look at your toes, make sure they're not turned out to the side. Make sure your pelvis is still in neutral. If you've never done Pilates before, or you're just getting used to Pilates, what's going to happen is you're going to feel like Kim Kardashian in the fact that you're going to feel like your glutes are sticking out a lot, but that really is only because you're so used to tucking for so long. Your body's now thinking, oh, what's going on? And last one here. Wonderful. And then we're going to turn, lift the palms up so the elbows are tucking in towards the ribs, and you're going to squeeze out and come back in. So make sure here that your fingertips are nice and long. Pilates is all about the length of each part of your body. Now make sure as well you're not sticking your chest right out. You're just squeezing and coming out. Squeezing out. Coming back in. Good. We're going to do 3. So hopefully you should feel a really good squeeze right in the middle of your back. 2. And come back in. And last one, just hold it out here. And from here we're going to do some circles. So very small circles so you have limited range of movement. Going to do 3, 2, 1, and then let's go the other way. Keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back in and lower. Wonderful. Now we're going to take the feet out nice and wide. So take the feet out as wide as comfortable, but make sure that you're not putting too much weight into your heels, because that can actually have a massive effect on your posture. Okay, so fingertips, your toes are turned out to the side, and all you're going to do is lift your right arm up, squeeze in, breathe in, and then breathe out, slowly just lean over to the left. Gently lifting up, breathing in, breathing out, lengthen down. And come back up. Good. And again, coming down. And up. And just one more, breathing out. Come back up and down. Good. Breathe up, lift. Breathe out, lean. And come back up. Breathing out. And coming up. Breathing out. And coming up. Good. Just last one. Good. Wonderful. Now what we're going to do is breathe in, lift the arms up, and trail the hands forward. So okay, from here, you're going to push forward, so you're trying to reach forward, and then your hands are going to come down to the floor. So don't worry if you actually can't get your hands right down, just fingertips will do. And just hold it here. Now I want you to press the weight into the toes of the feet, and then breathing out, push the heels in. So you're just activating your legs, the muscles in the legs, so the calves and the hamstrings. And just hold it here. Now put your left hand in the middle of the mat. Take a deep breath in, breathe out. You're going to turn and reach up towards the sky. So imagine you've got a straight line from your right middle finger all the way down your shoulder, down onto the mat. Just hold it here. Hand comes back down. Take your time, breathing in. And breathe out. Twist and reach up. So you're nice and long. You should also feel a really good stretch right in the inner thigh of the right leg. And lower down. Just hold it here. Hands to the floor if you can, palms flat. Don't worry if you can't, you have got the option to hold on to the back of the ankles here. My head's getting in my way. And just pushing on to round the ankles, and you're going to feel a really good stretch in the inner thigh. Now from here, fingertips onto the floor, really bend the knees. You're going to stretch the arms forward, breathe it out, and push up. Good, make sure the toes are still turned out. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to reach forward, hands come down, fingertips reach the floor, hand in the middle of the mat, breathing in, right arm goes up and twist, really stretch. Come back down, breathing in, breathe out, reach up. Make sure the feet are still wide, toes are still turned out. Hand comes down to the floor, reach onto the back of the ankles and push. Good, fingertips onto the floor. Now you're going to really bend the knees here, really bend, stretch your arms forward. You're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Push into the heels and squeeze all the way up. Arms go out. Fabulous. Walk the feet back in to that hip width apart position. Fabulous. Now pop the heels out, toes forward. We're going to do some traditional Pilates squats. Now these are different to normal squats, okay? If you go to the gym and you squat, you're always told knees never go over your toes, but Pilates is different. So we're going to reach the arms out, and you're just going to bend the knees, breathing out. Now make sure the knees are going over the toes, they're not going in or going out. Okay, get my elbows presently. Sink forward. Good. Push into the heels as you squeeze up. Hands come down. Breathe it in. Reach up. Breathe out. Push forwards. Good. Squeeze it up. And again. Reaching forwards. So stick the glutes right out. Hands come down as you push. Just 2 more. Breathe in. Really good for strengthening up your knee joints here. If you struggle with your legs, you will feel this in your knees. It's fabulous for getting everything right. I'll just hold this here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come down and relax. Well done. Hands come up into the middle. Breathing in, arms overhead. Breathe out and lean to the side. And come back in, and breathe it out, lean over to the other side. Good, into the middle, hands come down. We're going to come now to sit onto our mat. So you have the option here. If you've never done this before, please be very, very careful because you can sometimes lose your balance. What I want you to do is cross your feet over without using your hands, just come to sit down all the way to the fabulous. Now we're going to just swing ourselves around and extend the feet out nice and long. So from here you want a nice tall spine, no slumping over. I know that when you sit up tall like this, after a while you do want to sit like a 5-year-old in assembly, but honestly, hands either side, push the sitting bones under, nice tall spine. We're going to flex out through the heels. You're going to have the hands just down by the side. You're going to breathe in and breathe out, lift one leg up and lower down, lift one up and lower. So what should happen here is you should feel this all in the front of your thighs and your quads, and up and come down. So maintain that nice tall spine. I'm going to go again. I've got really tight legs, and up and down. One more each side. Squeeze and down. 1, and down. Good, we're going to shuffle the sitting bones under, and just like yesterday, stretching the arms up nice and tall, nod that chin, tuck that pelvis, and we're going to roll and come all the way down. Fabulous. So from here, we're going to lift up our knees here. So we're going to have the knees in line with the hips and in line with the ankles, so you've got a perfect right angle. And from here, what we're going to do is just extend the left leg long and bring it back in. And extend. And in. So make sure you're not like sunbathing on the beach, okay? You're not rounding through your spine. Your spine's tall, your neck is long. Breathe out and come in. Breathe out and in. Good. Extend. And in. Now what we want to try and do is just drop that leg down a little bit lower so you feel it in the core a little bit more. So keep the toes pointed and extend. Good. Come back in. We're going to do 4 and in, 3 and in, 2 and in, and 1 and in. And now just a little burn. Breathe in, breathe out, extend both legs out. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees. Well done. Come down and rock from side to side. Fabulous. Okie dokie. Now we're going to extend the legs up nice and long and pop your hands behind your head. Now from here, we're going to nod the chin and lift up, and then you're going to extend the legs down for 1, 2, and squeeze back in. Down for 1, 2, and squeeze up. 1, 2, and squeeze. 1, 2, and squeeze. Just 2 more. Elbows wide. 2, and come back up. 1, 2, come back up. Bend the knees and rock from side to side. Fabulous. Just regain your breath here. Well done. That was quite tough. Now we're going to come to roll up and then roll over onto our front. So we're just going to hold a plank here. I would suggest if you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure, blood pressure even, please be very careful. You can modify this plank by putting your knees down, which I would recommend as you don't want to trigger anything that could cause any injury. So we're going to just hold a plank. So different options for your plank: onto your knees, elbows on the floor, or hands onto the floor. Or you could put elbows down, extend the feet long, or you could come up into a nice high plank like this. I'm going to hold it here. So whatever your plank is, we're going to hold it for a few seconds. So take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Good. Keep going. If you're more advanced and want to take it a little bit harder, bring the knee to the elbow. It's completely up to you. Just see how you do. We're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Put the knees down and stretch back. Well done. We're going to repeat that one more time. So take a deep breath in, however you want to hold your plank. And breathe out. Lift up. Squeeze. If you want to bring your knees in, bring your knees in. But just keep extended. Remember, glutes are not up here and not downward dog. We're just here holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Pop your knees down and extend back. We're going to now go into our first downward dog. So for your downward dog, you want to curl your toes under. You're going to lift up the hips and push down. So you want to try and imagine you're trying to get your feet onto the floor. You're extending everything. Pushing the palms, the mat away with the palms even. Toes are flat onto the floor. Feel it in the backs of the legs. You're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, and put the knees onto the floor. Well done. Coming into that box shape. So remember, knees are hip width apart, wrists in line with the shoulders. We need to stick the glutes out to make sure our pelvis is in neutral. From here, we're going to extend the right leg out and then bring it back in. And the left side, extend out and come in. Good. Breathing out, extend. So keep the feet in line with the floor. Don't let them come off the floor. Imagine you're drawing a straight line with the toes. Good. One more each side. come back in, last one here. Extend it out and come back in. Now different option here, what you can do is extend the leg out and lift it up. You're going to push through that heel, point the toe, push and bring it back down and come back in. Other side, extend it out, lift it up, push through the heel, point the toe, flex through the heel, foot back down, bring it back in. Now what you don't want is to tip your hips right out to the side. Try and imagine you've got a spirit level on your lower back. That spirit level cannot move. That's what we want to do, push down. Good. Come back in. Try and keep the hips level as much as you can. Lift up, point the toes, push, come back down and release. Well done. Hold it here. You can put your palms up if your hips are if your wrists are feeling it. Good. And now we're going to lay straight onto our front. So here you can pop your toes out and then your heels out. Bring your knees off the floor as you do this to make sure that your feet are hip width apart. We're going to come now so your elbows are out wide, one hand on top of the other. Pop your forehead down onto your hands. All you are going to do here is lift up one leg and lower it down. We're just warming up our lower back here. So squeeze it up and lower back down. Good. Squeeze up and lower. Good. Squeeze and lower. If you need to relax, bring your hands further forward. That's fine. And down. Good. Squeeze up and come down. Good. From here, you're going to flex through that heel. Make sure that heel isn't coming right into the glute and that is still at that right angle. You're going to squeeze the leg up, hold it here and lower down and relax. Other side, so push, squeeze up and come back down. So unfortunately, due to the fact we don't have eyes in the back of our heads, we can't see where our foot is. But what you don't want to do is lift up the foot, bring it right in here, because you will be able to feel it in your knee. You'll lose the resistance. So try and keep it there. You want to feel this in the glutes. And squeeze up. Good. Come down and down. Good. Come up, breathing out. And come down. Just one more on each side. Keep the neck relaxed. Squeezing up. Good. Come down. Squeezing up. And come down. Fabulous. Now walk your feet as wide as your mat. Now from here, what we're going to do is lift up through the heels. You're going to squeeze. Imagine you're trying to touch the heels together. Now if you can't actually make them touch, don't worry about it. You just want to feel that in your glutes and your lower back. This is a miracle worker for your peach. I don't know what it does. It just activates all the muscles and you really get a really good squeeze. And in and out. Now with me, we're going to count with 10. It's nice and quick. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and squeeze in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax the feet. Well done. From here, bend that knee, push through that heel, bring the heel in towards the glutes. Good. And come back down. Other side, bring it in. And come back down. Okay, but our next one is to help with the flexibility in our backs. Okay, so if you feel like you can't do this, don't worry. First of all, we're just going to have a warm up. So pop your wrist in line with the elbow and the same the other side. Hands are flat on the floor. You're going to imagine someone's putting their hand in the middle of your back and they're pushing you down. But obviously, because your elbows are where they are, you can't quite reach. And then you're just going to squeeze up and look forwards. And come back down. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up and squeeze. You should feel this all down the middle of your back, going up towards your spine. Squeeze it up. Good. Now we're going to squeeze up, hold it here, look over our right shoulder. And come back in, and come down. Good, lift up. Squeeze over to the left. Come back in, and down. One more each side. Lift up, squeeze. Turn, and in, and down. And lift, over to the left, and come down. Well done. Next exercise we want to do is bring both feet in. We're going to hold onto the feet and then we're going to try and lift off the floor. If this is too much for you and if you have had lower back problems before, I would suggest don't try this at home. But what you can do is just bring the foot in like we have done. But if not, you can try this with me. So don't go too far and make sure that you're not feeling too much pain in the lower back. If you are, please remove yourself out of the exercise. We're going to breathe in. Breathe out, you're going to lift up and squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1, lower the knees and relax down. Well done, we're going to do that one more time. Remember, just stick with one leg at a time, holding back if you can. And breathing in, breathe out, lift up, hold it for 3, 2, 1, squeeze down. Well done guys, that's very intense but fabulous for your back, well done. And now just stretch forwards here. Good. And come all the way up. Okay, coming up now, what we're going to do is have a nice little stretch down. I want you to bring your right knee in between the hands and then extend up nice and tall. So I want you to look forward. Again, if you feel this in your lower back, just bring your upper body forwards a little bit, don't stretch. And hold it here. Good, and now come down, put your hands and elbows onto the floor, forehead down if you can. Lift back up. Now what we're going to do is turn our knee onto a diagonal, so you should feel now a lot deeper stretch in your side here. And again, if you can, pop your elbows back down. If you can't, don't worry, just feel the stretch as much as you can. Good, hold it here, 3, 2, 1, come up. That leg goes straight again. From here we're going to go into a downward dog, so hands onto the floor, curl the left toes under. If you feel like you can't push off the floor with one leg, just put both knees back together again. Breathing in and breathe out, push up, feet try and turn flat towards the floor. And hold it here. Good, onto the toes, knees back down, left knee in, extend that right leg out, nice and long. Come down here, elbows onto the floor. Hands up here, lift up, nice and tall. Remember, lower back, relax down. Hold it here. Good, and then bend that foot, coming out here a little bit, depending on how tight your hips are, will depend on how your foot moves. I have very tight hips, so I do struggle with this, but it is good to stretch and release the muscles. Good, hold it here for 3, 2, 1, hands here. Good, bring it back in. We're going to go into that downward dog, curl the toes under, breathe in, breathe out, push up, feet down onto the floor. Really push the palms away, the mat away from your hands, so you get a deeper stretch in the backs of the legs, stretching out everything. Good, and bring the knees back down and down. And finish off 1 whole minute sitting up nice and tall. I always encourage all of my lovely members to practice this because it really helps with your muscle memory. If you're struggling to sit cross-legged, please sit on a cushion or a book or a block if you have one. Just sitting up nice and tall. Just going to have 1 minute. Just breathing in and breathing out. So your spine is just nice and long. Your fingertips are relaxed, the wrists are just lightly placed onto your knees. Your shoulders are down, there's no tension in your face, in your eyebrows. Nowhere, just breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathe out. lot more relaxed now. Arms out to the side, breathe in, lift up. And lower the hands down. Left hand on the outside, right arm up, breathe out. Lean over, stretch. And come up, fingertips down, left arm up. Breathe out, lean over. And come back up. One more deep breath in. Breathe out nice and slow. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing together. Well done, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching me here on Grateful April once again. If you've got any questions, any queries or any requests of any videos, please comment down below. Please share this. I really hope this video helps someone who might be living alone, isolated. It's a pretty scary time and it can really affect our mental health. So please just enjoy these and get in touch with me if you want to know anything else. Have a great day, stay safe and keep your mind very happy. Bye.